the biggest organisational challenge that every organisation is going to face is just the increasing pace of change. As you look at the impact of technology, of what's going on in the world, then this will have a huge impact both on individual roles, as technology replaces what humans do at the moment and humans evolve what their roles in the organisation are, and as the nature of the organisation changes, as the relationship between employees, with leaders, with each other, and between the company and the outside world evolves as well. And the pace of change here will get faster and faster, and organisations will really need to be set to move with the times. My name is Creswell, and until recently I was Vice President of Talent and Development at Thomson Reuters. And through my career I've focused on the whole topic of how do you identify, develop, deploy and engage a really diverse group of talent across an organisation so that organisations can be more productive and more effective and better places for individuals to work in. I've worked with Innovisor to take a look at my company's workforce, and there's three key things that came from that experience. We learned several great things from running a network analysis across our organisation. The first was that we had data, whereas previously we had speculation and hypotheses. We were able to prove hypotheses, disprove hypotheses, learn what underpinned them, and then have really specific data about individuals, about trends, about patterns across our organisation that then we were able to build plans to address. And what was really important was that it focused our efforts. So in a very big organisation where there's lots of change happening, we were really able to shine a light on specific points that needed changing, specific individuals we needed to pay attention to, and really put our effort against those. And really importantly, it shone a light on the topic of networks, of communication, of how information flows around an organisation and who influencers are. And that was quite new thinking for a really big organisation like ours. And simply shining a light on the topic caught the attention of executives, of leaders, of our experts, and indeed of everyone across the business, and changed the conversation around that, encouraged everyone to think about how they would take action on that. The first is to have a really clear view of the problem that you're trying to solve and/or the opportunity that you're looking to address. So you need to be really clear in your thinking about why you're running this network analysis and the kind of things that you might do as a result of it. The next is to have really clear engagement around it, to make sure that the organisation understands why you're running the network analysis, what you're looking to achieve, really importantly what you're not looking to achieve. Make sure that your leaders understand that, not just the one or two sponsors of your initiative, but the wider group of leaders across the organisation, so they're in a position to champion it. But then also be really deliberate about informing the rest of the organisation about it and getting them excited about it, seeing this as opportunity. And then once the network analysis has happened, make sure you follow up with people so that you communicate clearly as well, so they understand what did you learn about the organisation and what are you doing afterwards. Two things were really important. One was that through the network analysis, we identified many experts in critical capabilities that we weren't aware of before. And then we spent a good amount of time, both in person and also virtually with those experts, asking them what can we do to build those capabilities across our organisation. And they came up with the idea of tech tracks, which were global days that we run on a monthly basis at Thomson Reuters, and that shine a light on specific capabilities. So we'll run maybe a dozen webinars in the course of a day, led by our experts, that really shines a light on those individual experts, helps them share their expertise and build skills, but also build community, build engagement around those critical capabilities. And typically thousands of people participate every single time a tech track is run. So that's been a really powerful engagement tool. The other one was on a smaller scale, but quite important too, where we would simply bring leaders together for informal meetings with influencers who we had identified through the network analysis. As a result of those small conversations, often you might just have 5 people in a room with a senior executive, or maybe 10 or 15 in a room with a couple of leaders. You can start to create a new kind of conversation across the organisation. The leaders can hear from the influencers what the organisation is thinking about, what questions are front of mind, what opinions they have on how the organisation is developing. And the leaders also have a conduit to the people who are at the water cooler, the people who others in the organisation go to make sense of what is happening across the organisation. So although they are a relatively informal, small-scale tool, they can be very powerful for changing the conversation in your organization. Well, frankly, this is an almost impossible question to answer because it really depends on your organization and what you're looking to change. But my own experience in network analysis is that whatever kind of change you're looking to make happen in your organization, it can really help you focus on some key topics, some key influencers, and drive really important amounts of change across your organization. All in, a really valuable process to undertake.